What's going on, everybody? It's Garnet Wurlitzer here. I hope that you're having a great day, and I hope that you're safe. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about great Rhodes VSTs or great Rhodes plugins. But before I get into that, a friend of mine, Aaron Daniels, he came out with the awesome guitar plugin called Ambient MIDI Guitars. And it's a great plugin to have, especially if you don't have a guitar player to put out the ideas and the feel that you want. You can just go on his website, aarondaniels.com, and all the stuff is going to be in the description as well. But it's a great product to have. I've used it, several times, and it sounds great. It doesn't sound, like thin or cheap or anything like that. It sounds like the real thing. If you go to his website right now, and you put in the code Garnet Wurlitzer's Music 20, you will get 20% off of the purchase. And this offer will be going on until October 31st. That's going to be the last day for the discount. So once again, I'll put it on the screen and it'll be in the description as well. All right, so here are some great electric piano VSTs you can look into. And I'm going to be using the Rhodes and the Wurlies that I feel sound pretty good. So first on the list, we have the Rhodes from Keyscape. I'll just open the plugin really quickly so you can see it. So I'm just using the Rhodes Classic. And I like this Rhodes because it catches every nuance and every, sound that the Rhodes can make, even with the pedals and stuff. So it makes me feel like I'm playing a real Rhodes, because I actually have a real one, so I compare it to what that sounds like, and it's really close. So here's what the Rhodes sounds like. Another reason why I like the Rhodes from Keyscape is because it has such a great range of sound. Like it has it sounds very lush, so it doesn't sound too muddy, on the bottom, and it doesn't sound too bright on the top. And usually, I like Rhodes sounds that have a very warm sound, but it's not muddy. And the tremolo is really nice too. Next on the list, we have the Whirly from Keyscape. So I'm going to open up the plugin so you can see what it looks like. So I'm using the Wurlitzer 200A. That's what I'm using. And I like this particular Whirly because it has that crunch that I really like. And again, I love really warm sounds. Yeah, so it has a really nice crunch that I like, and it really makes me want to play. And then if I want to play a little softer, it doesn't sound thin at all. Now, the one thing that I have with the Keyscape Rhodes and the Whirly is that when you want to record with it, it is a it takes up a lot in terms of frequencies and stuff. So you have to kind of tame it, because it sounds so real, and the sound is just so large and wide, like very robust. I guess that's another way to put it. So you have to really tame it and tame it in such a way that it blends in with everything else, because it sticks out like a sore thumb. So next on the list, we have the UVI, Universal Virtual Instruments. And I'm going to be using the MK2 Roads. And let me show a picture of that. There we go. This is what the plugin looks like. And this is the basic 88 keys dry, so no effects on it at all. And I like this one because it's lush. It still has body, but it doesn't really get in the way as much as the as Keyscape. So here's an example. So it sounds really lush. Has a full sound. I like the warmth as usual. And just like with the Ravenscroft that I played in the last video, I have to really dig into play, and I really enjoy that. So the dynamic range in Key Suite, the Rhodes here, I really like it. I have to really dig in to get the sound that I want, and I have to be very mindful of how loud I'm playing or how soft I'm playing. Like when I'm playing this, like it's reacting the way that I want it to react. Up next, we have the Whirly from Universal Virtual Instruments, and I'll open up the plugin so you can see it. And again, this is the basic dry version, and this is the W200. Now, I like the sound of it, but to me, it sounds a little thin. And I think whenever I hear that, it sounds like it's kind of forced, because I'm barely playing it, like I'm barely hitting the keys. So like the dynamic range to me on this whirly, it isn't the greatest, but if you're recording with it, like I think it will still work because it has the same kind of feel like the Rhodes, where uh, it doesn't get in the way of the mix and stuff. Like it fits in just fine. Yeah, but I mean, it sounds nice. I don't have a problem with it per se, other than what I've mentioned. Like, I think that they nailed, getting the samples right. All right, so next on the list we have the Scarby Roads. Now, this Rhodes is dear to my heart because it was the first Rhodes plugin that I had, and I feel like they nailed the sound for this one. So yeah, this was like this was like the very first plugin that I had. So, I'm more familiar with this plugin. Um, and again, it sounds really close, and it still makes me feel like I'm playing a real Rhodes. And then you can add, your different effects to it, just as the other ones. Like, see if I open this up here, the effects. I'll put the pan on like this. Still sounds lush, not too muddy, not too bright. And I didn't even like tweak anything. So yeah, so this is one of my favorites. And again, it's still gonna be dear to my heart. And again, with all of these Rhodes and stuff, it's not like one is better than the other. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm just saying that each plugin, has its pros and cons, but you'll know what to use it for. Like I'll use the Scarby Roads for one thing, but I'll use Keyscape for another, depending on what's needed. So if you look at each of these plugins as tools, then, it'll get rid of the whole, this is better than that. Now, next on the list, we have the Scarby Whirly. I'm going to open up that plugin so you can see it. So again, this was one of my very first plugins that I got when I purchased contact libraries. By the way, buy your software. Don't pirate it. Don't try and get copies and stuff or cracked versions, because it's gonna do more harm than good. We've all been there. We want to get the latest plugins and stuff and sound great, but at the end of the day, when you purchase your plugins, it'll do a lot more for you than just getting the cracked ones. All right, off the soapbox with that one. But here is the whirly. Now, again, this one's dear to my heart because I bought it with the other Rhodes and the other native instrument stuff. But I like it because it has a nice balance of tone, where if I'm playing soft, it just follows. Now, if I really want to dig in, right? It has a nice attack too. Yeah, so I like that this whirly is very well balanced. That I can use it when I'm playing live or when I'm recording. Now, these last two VSTs are, I call them the sleepers, right? Now, sometimes when we purchase, a DAW or any type of live, programs or whatever, we just think that the stock sounds aren't the greatest, right? So I did some digging and I found this Rhodes from Logic, and it's the Deluxe Classic, and it sounds really good. Turn up the volume there. Now, usually stock sounds, they don't really sound that great, or they just sound okay, but you can get by with this. Again, you have a nice balance of, brightness, but there's still warmth. And again, that's always, a big thing for me. Having the warmth, but having brightness and having it not be too muddy. And on top of that, if you want to use the tremolo, the panning, all you need is a mod wheel. And that's from Logic. This is a Logic electric piano, Logic Rhodes. Now, a big advantage to using these stock sounds from Logic is that it doesn't kill your RAM or your CPU, right? Unlike Keyscape, which is very heavy on the RAM and the CPU, and sometimes the Scarby Roads and the UVI. Logic is just really streamlined, and it doesn't make your computer work too hard. And it's the same thing here with the whirly. Now the whirly, to me it's serviceable, and if I needed to make a patch really quickly and it needed a whirly, and if I forgot my hard drive with my sounds and stuff, I would probably just jump to this one. Now, again, it has the crunch, but I find that when you get into the higher end, it starts to lose a little bit of its body, and it gets really, really thin. And it almost sounds like a toy piano in a way. No offense to Logic, but that's just what I get from it. Also, let me say this, that I'm not endorsed by any of these companies. I just bought these plugins right out because they're things that I really loved about them. So yeah, just making it known that I'm not like preferring one over the other, but this is just a collection of Rhodes and whirlies that I have. So these are the electric pianos that I find to be really helpful, whether I'm gigging or I'm recording. In the comment section, let me know what your favorite electric piano VSTs are. Maybe there's some plugins that I don't know about. I'm a glutton for getting new sound samples and things like that. So let me know what plugins you have, or let me know what plugins that you liked or disliked, or just let me know what your favorite vintage keyboard is or something. But I want to hear from you guys. So yeah, type something in the comments. Again, if you want to get that MIDI ambient guitar library from Aaron Daniels, all of that information will be in the description below. Also, if you have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate the support. And if you haven't, just for a couple seconds, just go and just click on that subscribe button, because we're trying to grow a community here, and I want to learn from you all as well, and I want to share what I know with you all. And on top of that, if you like the video, please press the like button and also press on the bell so you know when a new video comes out. So again, I hope that this video is helpful. Have a great day.